Nathan Adlin here for the Fast Lane Car, and Roman Micah asked me to bring the best car I could find that got great mileage, was in the mid-30s, and made for families, and this is what I brought. The brand new Toyota Camry. It's a hybrid, but it doesn't feel like one because with the new and improved engine and the motor, electric combined, 200 horsepower. That's pretty damn good. Hey! Hey!
Move that,
Hey!
move that old technology out of the way, dude, because I am in the future. This is the Chevy Volt, ladies and gentlemen, and it's all electric. All right, well, maybe not all electric. I've got about 31 miles in this weather on a full charge. And by the way, that full charge takes about 10 hours on regular household current. The Volt works similar to a diesel-electric locomotive in that the gasoline engine is only used to charge the battery, which then is used to power the electric motor, which by the way is 149 horsepower, which turns the wheels. So that really means that it doesn't directly compete with the Camry. In fact, if anything, it competes more with the Prius or perhaps the new Nissan Leaf.
This is a different type of vehicle than Roman's. It's old technology in some ways. There's an engine, there's batteries, there's a motor. They all go to power the front wheels. This one costs about $35. It's the XLE model, so it's got all the little goodies. And Roman's, although normally costing over $40, with the rebate that you get from the government, is around the same price. Style. Not a whole lot. What Toyota decided to do is make the car look just like a Camry. And it was a Camry. And it's still a Camry.
On the other hand, the Volt, I think, is one of General Motors' best looking cars, besides of course the Camaro and the Corvette. Nathan, you have to agree, style-wise.
Oh yeah, it's a good looking car. I like the wheels too.
Style-wise, point Volt. Utility, well, the Volt's not very utilitarian. With the seat back where I drive, I can't really get my leg back here. It's that tight. Plus the battery pack's in the center section, so it only seats 4. It's not very big. If you want a big car, Volt's not your car.
I'm luxuriating behind myself. Indeed, I am over 6'1", and yet I can sit behind myself comfortably. In fact, there's room back here for 3 people. In terms of comfort and utility, can't beat this.
The good news about the Volt is that it's a hatchback and the seats fold down, so there's plenty of room back here, which means that both Nathan and I fit.
There's actually quite a bit of room out here. Even enough room for me and some extra child seats. The one thing it doesn't really have as much as a pass-through. It's really only about that big and it's just over my shoulder. But there's still some utility and plenty of space.
Performance, the good news for me at least, is that the Volt has 273 pound-feet of torque, my man.
Torque schmork. You know what? You need horsepower to wind everything up at high altitude. I've got 200 horsepower in this car, and I can guarantee you it is going to beat the Volt.
All right, tell me when you reach 60. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, shut up. It's going.
Oh, are you going?
Yep, 40.
All right.
50.
All right, tell me when.
Now.
Oh, all right, here is the result. 9.9 seconds.
All right, so, Mr. General Motors, the fate of the company rests in your hands.
As it does really on this car, perhaps. So let's try it. 0 to 60, Nathan, you got the stopwatch?
I got 0 to 60 ready.
I remember you did about 9.9. I'm going to put it in sport mode, which I have.
Okay.
You don't have a sport mode.
I don't have a sport mode.
I'm ready. Tell me when.
3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Actually pulls pretty good.
You hear that?
I don't hear anything.
Of course you don't. It's all electric. 40, 45, 50. Here we go. Now.
10.9 seconds.
Oh, no.
A full second slower than my car, which means there's a quake happening in Detroit.
And worst of all, I used a whole mile of range accelerating to 60. I guess that means point, you know what?
Point Toyota.
What's really surprising is just how sporty the Volt is. When you're going around a corner, you can actually tell what the wheels are doing. And all that means is that it's fun to drive. I wouldn't call it a sports car, but I think it's sporty, and I think it's got the underpinnings of a car that you would enjoy driving every day.
thing about Camrys is that they've always been very comfortable cars, and the reason they sell like hotcakes is because people like to feel like they're driving a quality car. Well, guess what? Got it right here. It doesn't feel like a hybrid, which is just huge, because normally hybrids are a little tinny, the sound deadening is kind of small. Not in this car. It actually is very quiet, and it performs exactly as a Camry should.
All right, Nathan, you're driving the Volt. The brakes are somewhat artificial, but what's your sense for the ride and handling?
It's much better than I anticipated. It really is. The handling is actually, well, not sporty, but it's fun. You know, going around a corner, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, and guess what? You are about to switch from electric mode to the motor turning on. Let's see if you can tell. Right now, it just switched. Can you tell?
Hey, wait, it did it now?
Yeah, it just switched. Right there, it switched.
Couldn't tell.
It's completely transparent. I think for ride and handling, point Volt. You agree?
I agree.
All right, my man, would you agree? Practical and cool.
Yeah, that's a cool car. I really like that. Just the design is awesome.
But they're all tied up. We're 2-2, so economy is the tiebreaker. What are you getting?
Well, I'm averaging about 32 miles per gallon.
So the Volt is rated at 94 by the government on electricity and 37 on gas. And guess what I'm getting? Using both.
50?
68 point Volt.
I guess the Volt wins. Good for the Volt, but you know, for you people who like practical cars, can't really go wrong with a Camry.
Oh, sorry. As always, this is Roman and
Nathan
reporting for the Fast Lane Car. See you next time. You know, the thing about driving the Volt is that it's actually pretty entertaining. There's a little ball in the dashboard that goes up and down based on how hard you're braking and how much energy you're using. Plus, you're always trying to maximize the amount of distance you get while you're in electric mode. It's like a video game for adults. It really is.